Hi everyone, let's analyze RT drugs today. Before we continue, guys, this is a quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purpose only. This is not a buy sell recommendation. So I'm sharing my views, personal views here, and please consult your financial advisor before buying or selling shares. So let's quickly get into this. RT drugs has been a great performer in the last 1 year. If you'll see, the stock was basically trading in this zone, in this range for roughly around 5 years, post which it broke out of this zone, and it went up substantially. So from around 200 to 50 it went up to around 1000 rupees. There is a fundamental reason to this, why this has happened. And a similar thing unfolded earlier when the stock was, sort of in this range from 2004 to 2013, and from 23 rupees it moved up to 100 rupees. So this is a peculiar characteristic of a stock. Most all stocks don't behave in the same manner. So every stock has a peculiar sort of a characteristic, and it also depends upon the sector that company is into, or how the business of the company is. You also have to take into consideration that various businesses function differently, sectors function differently. Sometimes a particular sector may be in favor for a few years, and then it will lose favor, or there will be too many participants in one sector, too many companies in one sector, and then the business, it becomes unviable for all parties to successfully make money. So there could be multitude of reasons as to why a company behaves like that. In Aarti Drugs case, I have not done the in-depth study. So if one could find out, you'll definitely find out. From the fundamentals point of view, I can show you that if you see from 15 to 18, the profits were pretty much locked in this range. It was not going up, it was not going down, but it was pretty much locked in this range, and the sales were also pretty much 1200, 1300, 1500. This is the reason why the stock was locked, and then it broke out when this profits started coming in. So what do we have here? The stock has gone up by, from the previous COVID crash, the stock has gone up by 1000%. Now you'll be wondering, why are you buying a stock which is already up, sort of 400, 300, 400%? From my experience and from my observation of 14 years of looking at stocks which go up 3, 400, 5%, they can go up another 1000% from there. And this has happened in multitude of stocks. So I'll just show you an IT company, just for example. So, previously, if you would notice, uh, check this out. So the stock was basically just caught up in this range between 2007 till 2013 for 6 years, and post which it broke out. So after being, you know, after being restricted to this zone, the stock broke out, okay, and the stock went up at around some 200%. Now at around 200%, you might feel, what can happen with the stock? How further up can the stock go? But if you'll see from here, the stock has gone up another 100%. So stocks can continue to go up even after they have posted great returns in a short period of time. So if you see, this stock went up 195% from the previous March low, and now it's up another 52%. So stocks can continue to rise, guys. If it's a bull market, if the market conditions are great, or if the company is posting profits, the stocks can continue to rise. So what do we have here? After a big up move, this stock is consolidating within a 39% range. And if you will see that volume has really diminished. It's a typical thing that I keep looking for. I got interested when, when this happened, when the stock tried to go up on heavy volume, and then again it started consolidating. So this is a very peculiar thing that I look for in a stock where it's going up on higher volume, and then the subsequent correction is on relatively lower volume. We can take a calculated bet on this, that even though the stock is falling, it's not falling on huge supply, huge volume, which means that the stock is not falling on selling pressure. It is falling because there's less demand. Stocks can go up because of two reasons. Either, there is huge demand, like it happened here, so stock can go up, or there is less supply, so less selling pressure can also propel the stock higher. So many a times you will see that the stock is continuously going up, but there's very less volume. That is because there is less supply, less people are selling the stock. See, guys, this is a function of demand and supply. Stocks going up and down in the short term is a function of demand and supply. So stocks going up on low volume is a function of, less supply. So what is the trade here? After a huge move, the stock is trying to consolidate. It is typical of a stock to do that. Stocks can't continuously keep going up, so it's consolidating in this area, and uh, this is a great zone to buy the stock, according to me. So I have been picking up in this zone. Let's look at the daily chart over here. What we've noticed is that this is the 50-day moving average. This is the 200-day moving average. The mean reversion has happened. Stock was extended, went up very quickly. Explosive moves here. Now the mean reversion has happened, and the stock is near to rising 200-day moving average. So the long-term trend is intact. The short-term trend is sideways, and if you'll see that this is the smaller range that stock is trying to break out. This is the smaller range that the stock is trying to break out. So I've been buying in this zone. And what is going to be my stop loss? So how do I manage my risk? If the stock goes below the 50-day trade, starts trading below the 50-day with heavy volume, if it breaks the 200-day with very heavy volume and starts trading below the 200-day on very heavy volume, I will exit this trade. Now let's quickly look at the fundamentals. Aarti Drugs, it's a part of the Aarti Industries. It's a very big group. You can search Aarti Industries. You'll get more information about the company. These are the subsidiaries of the company. Okay, company was founded in 1984. Now, what does Aarti Drugs do? Aarti Drugs is into API, pharma intermediaries. They make specialty chemicals as well. They have they have labs wherein they do R&D as well. Wherein they would come up with a specialty chemical. So these specialty chemicals are used to make APIs. APIs are active pharmaceutical ingredients. These are the active ingredients which are used to make medicines. So this is the product line of the company. And let's quickly check the other fundamentals. So 6,700 crore market cap company, mid cap moving into small cap moving into a mid cap category. 35% of the stock is out. If you see, there's not very encouraging FII DII participation, but considering the fact that the the profits are increasing. I think FIs and DIs will start increasing their stake in this company. The numbers are very good. 155 crores of operating cash flow. They have significantly minimized their borrowings, so that is a good sign. Um, Also, if you will see, the gross block has increased, which means they may be doing some capex, capacity expansion, a brownfield expansion probably, or a greenfield expansion. So because of this, their accumulated depreciation has gone up. So whenever you put a plant, buy a property, or for guys who don't do a business, let's say you're an individual and you buy a car, you mean the insurance that you pay is on a depreciated value on a year-on-year basis. So any asset is depreciated on the balance sheet. So if you will see here, the depreciation has gone up by 20-25%, and that is basically decreasing the overall profits by by some degree. But that's okay. If you will see the sales, they have been continuously rising since the past 4 or 5 years. This is what I like to see. Operating profit margins are rising. Their profits have gone up by 350 basis points. Very quick increase. Great growth trajectory. Looks great as of now. Their operating profit margins are at their highest level. So this is a good sign. If these margins sustain, then we can continue to see more upside in the stock. March results were good. Sales were higher. The only thing is that net profit is lower, because if you see, um, okay. Hmm. So net profit is lower on function of they had some other income last year which is less. So this is not something much to worry about, guys. If we look at the 2020 and 2021 numbers, the numbers are still accelerating and they are still growing. So overall, good set of numbers. Now, from the valuation perspective, if we look at the PE is at around 24. The median PE is around 17, and the max PE was around 39-40. It reached, it went again to 37-38. So the valuations are a little high, but if the earnings keep increasing, guys, the PE will come down. So from a short term perspective, it's a great investment opportunity. I will be buying at these levels, and I will be managing by risk with a 14 to 15% stop loss. Thanks a lot, guys.